On this episode of Take One, parking tickets, proposed off-campus housing, and just for laughs, the perfect crime, rats, and a Home Depot skeleton. These stories and more up next on Take One. Welcome to Take One. I'm Jenna Vitamonte. If you have ever been given a parking citation unjustly, there is an online way to record your request. Head to the Boise State Parking Portal to file an appeal. There, you can give a brief explanation of why you do not deserve a citation and post pictures to support your case. It takes up to a few weeks for them to respond with an official judgment. However, if you are unhappy with the result, you can file a secondary appeal. To avoid receiving tickets, remember to park in the location your pass is meant for. Also, make sure that you know the difference between a residential parking pass versus a commuter parking pass, as it will affect whether or not you can park your car overnight. If you have other questions regarding parking, such as whether or not you have the right parking pass, why you were given a warning citation, or whether or not you filed your license plate correctly, you can email the Transportation and Parking Service Department at parkingquestions@boisestate.edu. If your matter is more urgent, give them a call at 208-426-7275, as their face-to-face office location at the sub is closed due to COVID-19. Now, over to Marcos Guadarrama with the proposed off-campus student housing.
Thanks, Jenna. The proposed off-campus student housing set to be built on Boise Avenue and Protest Road will no longer be moving forward after Boise Mayor Lauren McLean voted to break a tie vote. 4 of the 6 city council members attended the hearing that lasted nearly 4 hours and listened to developers of the project as well as Boise State students on why a project like this would help out the city of Boise at a time when there's a housing shortage. The proposed building would have housed up to 500 students, with roughly 50% of the residents able to purchase a parking pass in the underground garage. The project would have included amenities such as a swimming pool, fitness center, and a coffee shop for the residents. The votes by city council members ultimately came down to differing views on how to interpret Boise's comprehensive plan and how to permit the project. While both sides had reasonable arguments to interpret, the eventual vote was divided. Starbucks in the sub isn't the only place you can get coffee. Emma Richardson tells us about another option for your caffeine fix.
Have you walked by the library this semester and noticed anything different? A new coffee shop just moved in and is open for business. I'm Emma Richardson, and this is what to know about Big City Coffee. Originating from their main location in the Linden district, this coffee shop has been a favorite in the Boise community for over 14 years. Boise State has done a lot of work in the last few years replacing the food franchises on campus into restaurants from locally owned food places in Boise. Their latest being the transformation of the library Starbucks location into Big City Coffee. Located inside of Albertsons Library, Big City is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. They not only have locally brewed coffee, but pastries and other breakfast food options too. So next time you're on your way into the library, stop into Big City and try some of their delicious homemade food. I'm Emma Richardson, and this was what to know about Big City Coffee.
Gotta love seeing local businesses on campus. Now, over in the Spec Studio, we have stories for you about Magawa the Rat, waking up early, and Halloween. But first, Eric Ryan has yet another story about Florida.
Thank you, Marcos. Now, they say the perfect crime doesn't exist, and while I think that's a fun idea and all, I think we just found it. Police recently were investigating a crime in Happy Valley, Florida, where a man was found dead due to a gunshot outside of his country club home. After trying and failing to find any weapons or other evidence, the police ruled the victim's death as a suicide. My apologies, it's not that funny. When the police looked through the victim's search history on their phone, they found that the suspect bought a weather balloon. And so the only logical explanation that comes to mind if you're a Florida police officer is that the victim I'm so sorry. Anyway, excuse me, folks. The only logical explanation that comes to mind, if you're a Florida police officer and the victim purchased a weather balloon, got the job done, and then let the balloon carry the weapon into oblivion. Of course, because nothing else could explain this incomprehensible situation, am I right? No need to look any further into it. I mean, it's kind of comforting in a strange way, though. Like, my condolences to the family of the victim and everything, but at least they know their tax dollars are hard at work, employing only the best of the best for the job.
Thank you, Eric. The last time that Belgium won a gold medal in the Olympics may have been in 1948. But it turns out that's because all the credit is going to the rats. A Belgian-based nonprofit company trains the animals to detect landmines and tuberculosis all across the world. Recently, one of their trainees won a gold medal from the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals for his work in Cambodia. So far, Magawa the rat has found almost 40 landmines, saving the local people from injury and death with every discovery. Rats are light-footed creatures able to dash across fields without setting explosives off, and at their best, can search a tennis court-sized area in 30 minutes. It would take Ben Luca over here with a metal detector 4 days to do the same, but knowing he'd show up late, probably 6 days. Anyways, that's besides the point. Magawa is the biggest success story so far from the organization and looked like an absolute dime piece in his celebratory photos after receiving his award for life-saving bravery. Oh my God, he's asleep again. Hey, Ben, you're up. It's your turn, buddy. You're up.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Got a new job and now I have to get up at 5 a.m. And also, I just have one question. Who decided it was a good idea to wake up early, like before the sun? Absolutely nothing about that seems logical, and it definitely would not have seemed like a better idea back when the decision was made. It's just, I feel like the sun was very important to people back then, and I just think it seems a little egotistical to think you should be starting your day before your God even has a chance to get things rolling. I should give this guy some credit, though. I mean, he is, without a doubt, the greatest con man ever. Possibly the inventor of the pyramid scheme as well. Terrible pitch, but it obviously worked, somehow. I mean, was he just going around villages talking about, all right, now if you get up early, you get 2 other people each to get up even earlier than you, and then they get 2 more people each to get up even earlier than that? Well, you get the idea. And I said he, by the way, because I just don't like speaking for women. Last time I tried that, my girlfriend got real upset. No, matter of fact, I do not want the happy hour special. Also, Ben, this is the bank. Go wait in the car. Or her exact words, I believe. Anyway, it was probably a good idea, or a good thing, rather, that they didn't have happy hour because I've been eating way too much as it is. Like, to the point where it hurts, which is so different from how, my ancestors or even that early bird con man used to eat. Like, just think about this. People used to have to kill to eat. If all of a sudden that was the new social norm, we'd be so screwed. We just wouldn't be thinking in those terms. Like if you saw a cow just walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, oh, thank God, I'm starving. No, you'd be like, oh my goodness, look at her little tail. We sure do eat a lot of cows though for how cute we all think they are. We eat them till we're sick, actually, and then we eat some more. We used to have to kill other living things to survive. Hunter-gatherer was not a paid position. That was the bottom line, the name of the game. I mean, if you had to, listen, you had to get up pretty early to catch yourself some dinner. Oh, well, I think I get it now. It's pretty obvious, actually, when you think about it.
What? That reminds me, actually.
Well, reminds you of what?
I forgot something. It's in here.
Oh.
There it is. Okay. Nice rant.
Oh, yeah, nice tie. Pump.
All right, where was I? Home Depot thought we could all use a little extra joy in our lives this year, so they created a massive 12-foot tall skeleton to stand guard outside your house. This monster of a Halloween decoration is double the size of an average human and has the eyes of one too. It comes with a nice price tag of $300. Photos and videos of the skeleton have gone viral, and this skeleton has quickly become this season's most sought after yard decor. Sadly, it's been sold out for months. So while it may be too late for this year's celebration, next year, you better buy one early. Despite all the hard times that 2020 has brought, we're all going to have a fantastic and safe Halloween. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, you really can. You really can.
Why is he talking?
You know, I don't know.
I didn't know
'cause
mimes could talk.
Yeah, aren't you a mime?
I'm a jail man.
Oh,
A jail man? Is that like
Yeah, like a jail,
mailman in a jail?
like a jail guy, you know, like one of those renegades, you know.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
What are you
True
supposed to be?
rapier.
A dinosaur?
Okay.
I look like Robin Hood though, from the side.
Robin Hood from the
You
side?
do, yeah.
Oh, so now you don't laugh, huh? Oh, that wasn't funny enough for you.
Okay, that's enough.
Toss
you know
it
what?
back. I'm
Yeah,
done
please
with
Back
toss
to
it
Jenna
back.
in the 360
Please
studio.
do.
You guys are really just coming on here and like.
Wow, I love Halloween. Would you ever buy that skeleton, Marcos?
Jenna, I've already got too many skeletons in my closet. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Marcos Guadarrama. From all of us here at Take One, see you next time.